The good news is that John Bernthal is back with Frank Castle. The bad news is we only got him in one scene. However, it was a very good scene. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment, here to review Season 1, Episode 4 of Daredevil Born Again. This one is called Semper, Systema, and we're not going to lie, I mean, it's Episode 4, and it's been at least 4 days since we watched this, so it's a late, out-of-date review in two worlds, I guess, because obviously this episode aired about a month ago, 2 months ago, and it's been a while since we watched it.
And also, we've watched about, I mean, I'd say we've watched about like 10 TV episodes in between this and now of other TV shows, so, you know what, though, I think it's a good test to show if the show does a good job. It's how I review shows. I don't look at the Wikipedia.
Sometimes you need help, sometimes Wikipedia comes in to save you, but we start the episode with Hector Ayala's body getting delivered to the the coroner's office, and Matt Murdock, he's not happy, he's sad. This was his client, he got him off, he thought he was getting him, a life-free sentence, basically, but he got a death sentence in the end, so it sucks for him. Hector Ayala was just out, got released, didn't go to jail, and got put down, and he was trying to do good. Was he an idiot? Should he probably realise that, there would have been people after him and that he was almost like a dead man walking? I think so. I think Hector should have moved. I think Hector should have left and took his wife, and he talked about, buying that place. Then maybe he could have sold that place and took the money and got out of here, but nah, he decided to stick around. He put the mask back on.
He put the gimp mask back on.
And he turned into a gimp.
He risked it off for what?
A limp mask.
But why did he risk it?
Limp.
I get it, but why did he risk it all? For what reason?
To be a hero? To be
his stupid fucking ego.
To be a vigilante.
Yeah, well, you know what? No, I'm not. No, but this is where it's. What was he called? The White Knight? The White Lotus?
The White Tiger.
The White Shite? I mean, no. It's like Spider-Man wouldn't get killed this easy, would he? Why don't other people just walk up and shoot him? Like, where was this guy's spatial awareness? Like, he's walking down an alleyway, right, in the dead of night, and he just gets fucking shot right in the face.
It was a job or death.
It
wasn't the head's face, it was the side of the head.
I saw the face.
How's the side of the head the face, you fucking tool? It's the temple or something, isn't it?
That's the face.
You're talking, nah, you're wrong.
If you get punched right in your eyebrow at the side of your face, still your face.
It's the side of his head, mate.
Face.
No.
Head, face, mask. Someone spray mace in his fucking dome. He's shite, and he should have seen it coming.
I thought it was alright.
He should have cut bigger holes through his fucking gimp mask. He might have fucking survived.
I thought he was alright. I didn't mind him.
I always did.
It's the saddest death of this series so far.
And then,
his death hurt me more than Foggy's.
Yeah, I will agree with that. This channel's fucking alive. Foggy's back.
So, his niece shows up. I don't know why his niece shows up. What happened to his...
Orderly.
What happened to his wife? Why is his wife not show? Anyway, his niece...
She didn't give a shit.
His niece Angela shows up and she demands to see her uncle, but Murdock's there and he's like, it's better not to see it because... they got shot in the head or whatnot. And she's convinced that he was murdered by the New York City Police Department, which I don't think you need Einstein to put that together, do you?
No, absolutely not. Even despite the whole Punisher rep going on. Right,
we've got BB Urich and Daniel Blake hanging out at a club. So Blake works with... he works with Fisk, and BB is, I guess she's some sort of reporter. We see her doing these reports, and she's been... maybe not officially, but doing some reporting with Fisk. She's been kind of documenting some stuff, and basically he was having drinks, he got a bit tipsy, maybe a bit pissed, I don't know, and he gave some information about Fisk that Fisk obviously didn't want people to have. I think it was something to do with like what Fisk was planning on doing in the future. Basically, he gave Fisk his information that he shouldn't have gave it.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, big Gandolfini here dropping the fucking ball.
He dropped the ball. Speaking of Fisk, he had a therapy session with his wife. Why are they not getting along, apart from the fact that he disappeared for a bit and whatnot? Turns out she had an affair, and he's just sitting there, you're thinking, hold on, they're making this guy look a bit weak,
I think they were making this guy look a bit weak.
He's the fucking kingpin, he's just sitting there, and he's having to listen to this therapist basically say to his wife, well, here, why did you have the affair? What was the guy like and all this shit? It's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Fisk is sitting there, 0-1.
And you're thinking Fisk's doing nothing about it, but it turns out he's actually done something about it. The therapist wants to speak to Vanessa afterwards because she thinks that maybe she's in danger, but Vanessa assures her that Fisk would never harm her or whatnot. So I don't know what Fisk was doing at this point, just waiting outside like a bum.
I know. Yeah, this entire scene just made him look weak. Weak as a cup of tea with no fucking stars in it.
With too much milk in it.
Aye.
Anyway, then we've got Leroy Bradford. We get introduced to this guy. He gets arrested outside this, corner shop. Well, no, it wasn't on the corner, was it?
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven. He gets arrested for stealing caramel corn, which I think was like a form of cereal.
Aye.
The cops come, arrest him, and then they start eating his caramel corn. And this is the new client that Matt Murdock gets. He basically makes fun of Murdock for being blind and doesn't want represented. He's like, oh, what hope have I got when a blind man is representing me? You'll never be able to see my point of view or whatever. Makes a bunch of puns and all this shit.
You know what? Fuck this guy, right? Let's just get it out there.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it. I was going to.
Because he lays it on thick. He's like, they stopped all my payments, Daredevil. Because I was inside and I couldn't do it, and then that made me have to steal. Oh, well, guess what? No, why you had to steal? Because you were inside in the first place, which made your payments stop.
You know what?
You didn't get put in for no reason.
This is victim mentality.
Yep.
Guy is fucking crying. He's never done any real time. I mean, every time he gets sent away, he's getting like 30 days, 20 days, 50 days. And Daredevil, well, I'll call him Matt Murdock because he's no Daredevil. He's put the suit away. He's not doing vigilante again. He gets him off with a deal for 10 days, but it'll probably be 7 on like good behaviour. Which, I mean, how hard is it to behave nice for 7 days? And the guy's still pissed off. He's not happy with it, and he's just being arrogant and nasty and making fun of the fact that he's blind. And it's like, honestly, man, I see at this point, see if I was Murdock, I'd have pushed for the
death penalty.
Well, maybe not the death penalty, but I'd have dropped the ball and purposely got this guy shafted. And like this Leroy character, he wants you to feel sorry. Why? Because you're a criminal? Because you're a thief? No, I don't feel sorry.
You know what, though? I'm fucking flabbergasted they went with a black actor here.
Maybe this show's not woke.
Maybe it's not woke.
You know, I'll be honest, I haven't really seen anything super woke in it yet.
No, I tell you, well, see this right here? This is like your typical fucking, guy that's in jail. Oh, blaming everyone but himself.
Why me, man?
A career criminal.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Just misdemeanors here and there.
Oh man, I was entitled to steal that, man. I didn't do it. Didn't do none. Anyway, right. So yeah, we get that. What else did we get?
We got the Punisher.
Well, yeah, but we didn't get that straight away. We got so we got that cop. That cop, right? That cop came in, right, and it was a bit fucking weird. So I mean, when we originally we thought this guy was dead, but then obviously he turned up in the court case. So
you thought he was dead. I knew it wasn't dead. He just looked like the guy fucking.
You told me he killed both of them, and then I told
you he wasn't the cop.
I
knew he wasn't the cop. I literally
that
said
was him.
It was not him.
Those two guys that turned up at Matt Murdock's apartment.
He said to him here, "You're going to need to send more guys next time." I.e., he sent those two guys.
He was one of them.
No, he wasn't.
Why do you think
he snapped his neck? He snapped his foot. He was beat up because they got into a brawl in the
sure?
subway.
I think he turned up. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Murdock accuses him of killing.
What kind of does? He fucking died and he came back. I want to know what this guy's doing.
Well, Murdock accused him of killing the White Tiger, and Poyle basically said here, "I wouldn't be throwing those accusations around." And pretty much Murdock.
My daddy, my cousin, my brother, my sister, my granddaddy, my great-grand-uncle were all in the NYPD, boy.
But Murdock managed to verify he was lying because of his heartbeat, so he's got good hearing.
Load of fucking pish. Well, why didn't he just hear if Mr. Career Criminal stole a different brand of cereal earlier?
So he could be...
No, it was Cocoa Pops, it wasn't Frosties.
Yeah, he could basically... He could tell that the guy was lying
do you know how this is just a fucking flaw, though, right? Because I've not watched this show before. I've not seen Daredevil, right? But you trying to tell me throughout this universe, this Daredevil guy hasn't been tricked by someone, and therefore it's going to be like, well, how do you get tricked or betrayed when you can hear heartbeats and you know if they're lying or not? You know what I mean?
I'm not sure, man. You tell him.
Oh fuck! I would tell him straight to his face.
Right, we get another guy, Buck Cashman. He tells Fisk that the five families are becoming too much of a problem, and something's gonna need to happen. You know, one of them's gonna need to die or get arrested or something like that. Go away, and Fisk is probably gonna have to look into this because, I mean, he used to be the kingpin, and because he stepped away, that means that, you know, everyone else is fighting for the top spot, and I guess that's how it kind of works.
Yeah, I get that, but again, makes you wonder why this Fisk guy's doing the mayor job.
It does actually. I mean, I don't.
I mean, about the mayor, the big cocky mayor, like. I mean,
Right, he then goes around schools. I believe is it Easter?
What song was he singing?
The same song, but I think they go into like a Ukrainian school or something,
it was that Take On Me, wasn't it?
Take
They went into a
on
Latvian school. He's
me.
like, "What the fuck's Latvia got to do with New York?" And he's like, "Oh, that you know, it was like 0.1% of the population voted for you." And then he goes in. He's like, "Why the fuck am I here? Like, doors open, man." He's like, "Oh, this is great."
Just so
Take on me.
so insincere, you know. He's just going in doing the same bloody thing, just standing there. Oh, great! You guys are brilliant. Walks out, goes into the next school. Aye, you guys are good as well.
But you know
next
what? This
school.
is the reality. This is politicians, man.
It is. But then he sees a report, the BB report, and there's an article talking about him that is trying to do union busting. He's been called out for it, and this is like leaked, so he's pissed off. He then arranges a group meeting. He's got everybody there, and he demands to know who leaked that report. And I mean, it doesn't look good. But Blake decides to take one for the team. He's like, "It was me. Don't punish anyone else. I dropped the ball." He sends everybody. He says, "Right, everybody out." Blake tries to leave, and he's like, "Not you, buddy."
Not you, you dumb bastard.
He tried to sneak out, but it didn't happen. And I mean, I thought Blake was there. Did you, like?
I thought he was, but you know what? So he's broke through in Hollywood, this guy. So I'm not really surprised that they didn't kill him here.
Oh, well, hold on. His character's got nothing. His actor's got nothing to do with whether the guy's just going to die in a show or not. Come on.
I think it does to a degree. I think they want to push this guy. They know this is like New York.
New York.
Tony Soprano's real son.
New York, New Jersey. Anyway, Fisk and Blake's like, "Yeah, it was me. Just fire me. Don't punish anybody else in my team. Don't hold them back or reprimand them. It was all my fault. I made a mistake. I got drunk. It would never happen again. But I'll quit. I totally understand. I've let you down. I'm sorry. Blah blah blah." And Fisk, who obviously admires the loyalty, is like, "You know what? I'm not going to fire you, and I'll give you another chance, and I respect you. But I will not tolerate another mistake." And basically tells him that, you know, firing him will be the least of his worries if he does something like this again.
Which he will do.
Basically a death threat, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a death threat. He will do something again. I can see season 1 finale, big Tony Soprano's kid getting battered here.
Alright, Matt Murdock then, he goes to the crime scene and he's looking for the casing of the bullet.
Smelling piss, he sniffs it downhill, goes into a drain.
I think he drops, so it's like this bottle, and he slightly kicks this bottle, and it goes like down this, I guess, a slope. So
it was a hill the White Lotus walked up.
Yeah, so he kind of determines, maybe the bullet then rolled down the hill, so he follows down I believe the bottle or whatever it was that he pushed to get like a feeling of where it went, and this like bottle went into like a drainage kind of thing, and he put his hand into the drain, and I mean, he could have picked out anything, could have picked out a swamp alligator for all we know, but he didn't. He picked out the casing. I'm amazing this fucking blind guy can do this, and all these forensics can't.
Why the fuck did he know the Punisher logo was on it? He's blind.
Probably feel it with his hands, no?
I feel it. He probably heard
it. So of course he's going to go and visit Mr. Frank Castle, and for me this was the best scene of the series for sure.
What's he doing, living in a fucking closet?
I don't know.
A utility closet.
Yeah. So basically, he goes there and he wants his help, and he wants to know why Frank's like living this life and why he's not out there helping people. And Frank says that he's beyond that. He's tried it before, didn't really work.
No, it didn't really work. And you know what? What I actually see, as much as I think these universes are a bit, gay there, I think the continuity is decent. It's like Punisher got cancelled after 2 seasons, but here's like an actual viable reason what he's been doing this entire time. Laying low, picking a bigger fight, Do you not think other franchises can just fucking gloss over stuff? Like, it actually feels like this city's alive.
No, I agree. So, like, Matt Murdock he's kind of running down Frank for not helping people and not using his like skills to good use. And then Frank turns it around on Matt and he's like, well, what happened when you helped Foggy? Not a lot, because Foggy's dead. And Matt says this isn't about Foggy, but Frank points out that, you can't even say his name and that you hate yourself for failing him. And you got guilt, man. The guilt is eating you up. Just like it eats me up with my son and my family. And Murdock lashes out and he hits Frank. And Frank probably could have killed him at this point because Matt didn't have his red suit on. So I don't think he'd have been done. He wouldn't have been a match for Frank. But
wouldn't have heard it coming.
Frank held himself back. And he sympathises with Matt because he says, I hear my son's voice all the time. But he says that that life's gone. He's not helping people anymore. He tried to, but being a superhero never worked. But Matt says that he doesn't need to get revenge for Foggy because Bullseye, the guy that shot him, is already in prison. But Castle replies, yeah, well, he's in prison, but he's still alive. And Foggy is not. And that is true.
Foggy never had the makings of a varsity athlete, did he?
No, he didn't, no. We then see Fisk at dinner. He correctly guessed that the therapist was scared for his wife's, I don't know, well-being or whatever. And, yeah.
Why did they make it so obvious, though?
I don't get it. Well, what do you think?
Well, I don't know. Because I guess they maybe wanted to be out there. Well, I'm on to you sort of thing. But they know who Fisk is. You know what I mean? He's not just some throwaway fucking wife beater. Even though he's not even a wife beater. He's Mayor Fisk. Whisking it about.
Yeah, I don't know here. It feels like she's kind of pissed off at him, but he's the one that needs to forgive her. I'm a little bit confused. I guess it's a bit of both. She's upset that he left or whatnot, and he's obviously upset that she had an affair. But he says that his father the one thing his father never taught him was how to forgive, so he's still working on that. And then, we see like a scene where basically Fisk goes to eat dinner on his own, and this like door opens, and it's like a chained room, and the guy that she had an affair with is like locked up, looking like a prisoner, looking like a guy that's not ate in about 3 months. And you got Fisk eating this big, like, extravagant meal, like this 5-star meal that
Chinese meal,
that like Gordon Ramsay would have cooked him. And this guy, I mean, he didn't even fucking throw him a carrot or nothing.
No, or a cockroach. Hee-haw.
You think this guy's ever going to get there?
Maybe you give him a fish.
What do you think? No?
Fish from Fisk.
So you think maybe?
I think you'll just kill him.
You might. I mean, Fisk says that his father didn't teach him forgiveness, but. Doesn't look like. But do you not think this is weird, right? I'm not saying he should do this to his wife, but do you know, I always think it's weird how like they would do this to like the person that had like no fucking like no like no money in the game or whatnot.
No prior knowledge. You might not have known this was Fisk's wife.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, at the end of the day, this guy didn't cheat on Fisk.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he should lock his wife up in a cage and stuff, but I mean, maybe this guy might this guy might not even have knew that this woman was married.
I just don't see how this guy gets out of here alive. He's dead.
Aye. Do you think it's just going to be
mayor? He can't let him go.
Think it's just going to be a starving to death kind of deal?
Probably, unless he forgives him.
What if Daredevil hears him crying for help? And
that is it.
Well, I think that's the.
No, he must have selective hearing, like, because New York's pretty big. Did he hear the planes coming on September 11th?
Probably not. But then
maybe he heard the controlled explosives.
Yeah. Then Murdock and Glenn have some sex and that, and I mean that's pretty much it. And at the end of the episode, we see this new villain goes. Well, I mean, we did get Murdock complain a little bit about how he doesn't like the system, and I mean he talked about that Leroy guy and said he didn't really. I didn't like that how Murdock was upset with him being sent to prison for theft. At the end of the day, the guy's a career criminal, isn't he?
Yeah.
Don't feel sorry for Murdock.
What people need to understand is, right, even if the guy's starving or whatever, it's still theft.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's his story, right? And that's what he's told us, and that's what we're led to believe, and that's what the police have been told, but anyone who gets caught could just make anything up.
Absolutely. So he's not happy and he complains to Glenn about, the system. He thinks it's corrupt. We all know it kind of is anyway, so not a big deal there. We then see Murdock go to his secret stash where he's hiding all his Daredevil suits, and maybe he's going to put one of them back on.
Why does he need this many? Why can't he just use one and then take it to the laundromat or something?
Maybe some get damaged or something like that. And then we end the episode with how we started the episode. We see this guy, I don't know if he's a villain or not, but he's carried somebody in, and he had them over his shoulders. He's wearing a white it kind of reminded me of the Terrifier clown a wee bit. I don't know, a little bit like that. And
it was definitely horror.
I don't know if this is the new villain, but he's draining the blood from one of the bodies, and it looks like he's creating art out of the bloods. And it looked like they were I don't know, in an underground train station or something.
Like an abandoned New York subway.
So this has got potential. This could be a new villain, which I think you need in this show, so I'm intrigued to see what happens with this. And
let's tag Frank along.
Aye, Frank. Tag in Frank. Get him the hot tag. Anyway, what was your thoughts on episode 4, Semper, Systema?
I liked it. I didn't like the Leroy stuff, but I liked Frank, so I'll get a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll get an 8, 7.5. I thought the Leroy stuff was a bit funny though.
It was, but it's just still fucking generical, isn't it? A guy that thinks he's innocent. I've seen it a million fucking times.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, that's it. 7.5 out of 10. We'll catch you in the next one. Till then, though, peace.